Now bring on board Kiran Majumdar-Shaw, Chairman and Managing Director of Biocon. She joins us from Bangalore. Kiran, good morning. Good to have you back on ET Now. Kiran, at a time when the general environment is good and quite charged up for Indian pharma companies, analysts who track Biocon, they are worried about your statins growth, the kind of management commentary they've got on statins and the way how statin prices globally have moved.
First and foremost, I want to, respond to that particular concern by saying we are not a statin-dependent company at all. We are a company that has a very diversified and well-balanced business portfolio. And I think we are delivering extremely well on every one of our growth verticals. We have basically, defined our growth verticals by saying that we have very clearly projected growth through small molecules, through insulins, through our novel molecules and our branded formulations. And all these are growing extremely robustly. I think we are well on track, and I don't think there is any need for being concerned about commoditization fears on statins. Even there, we are not seeing the kind of commoditization that is being expressed by analysts.
Kiran, so how do you see the growth in the insulin segment till the end of the year?
Well, right now the insulins business is basically projected towards emerging markets. And we have seen good growth in insulins in the emerging markets. By the end of this year, we are actually maxed out in terms of capacity. So there is very little we can do to push growth any further. But having said that, we have already invested in doubling our capacity in India, and we are putting up a very large manufacturing facility in Malaysia in preparedness for the 2015 opportunity. And we are very confident that insulin is going to be a big play for Biocon.
Kiran, what is the update on the commercialization of glargine?
Well, glargine has already been commercialized in India, and we are developing glargine for global markets. But as you know, the real global opportunities open up for glargine only 2015 onwards. So we are well in, in time for those kind of opportunities.
Kiran, ever since the deal with Pfizer, you've been saying that you are in talks with players, but nothing has fructified yet. Is the current environment not seeing any deals, or is the valuation the issue?
We are already in partnership with several regional players, and our business is gaining traction. We have entered into several tie-ups with various regional partners in several key brick mist markets, and we are well on track to making a big play in these markets. We are looking at partnering these assets in the developed markets of Europe and US, and we are a few years away, so we are in discussion with potential partners for these markets, and I don't think there is any reason to, be concerned that there is no deal happening, because I think we are very confident that we have time in which to strike these deals. Because, development is ongoing. We are continuing to develop these assets for global markets.
Kiran, so how is the base business growing for Biocon?
Well, the base business is growing very well. I think you've seen that our branded formulations business is growing in excess of 50% year on year. And we are seeing this kind of growth momentum continuing. So I think we are doing very well. We are seeing many of our brands, take leadership positions and, in the top 3. And we are gaining significant market share in many of our identified key focus disease segments. Diabetes, oncology, nephrology are very, very big markets for us, and so is cardiology. So I think we are doing extremely well in all these business segments, and we are very confident that in the next 5 years, this is going to be an opportunity and a size in excess of 1,000 crores with good profitability.
So how do you see the R&D costs going ahead, as we saw a huge spike in these costs which impacted your margins as well? Till when can we see them or expect them to remain at the elevated levels?
Well, we are a R&D driven business, and R&D will continue to be a very important, integral and increasing part of our spends. Having said that, we are extremely cash positive as a company, and we are self-financing our R&D, which is a very, very important aspect of our business. And I think from that point of view, nobody should be concerned, because the upside that R&D investments can give to Biocon is exponential.
Kiran, so what kind of ramp up we can see for the research services, and what happens to your proposed IPO?
The update there is that the research services business is gaining traction. We are looking at market conditions, because we do not want to deny ourselves a good value opportunity for listing Syngene. And we will do it when we believe it is the right time. Our financial advisors are actually telling us sort of watching the whole situation very carefully. Right now they do not believe it is the right time to go public. But as soon as the market conditions become favorable, we will be in a state of preparedness to take the company to the market.
So how do you see the growth for branded formulations business for the company?
As I just mentioned, the branded formulations business is a business that we are investing in because we believe that it has a very, very positive and bright future. We are seeing 50% year-on-year growth, and this will continue. We are confident of delivering on this kind of growth momentum.
Kiran, finally, we understand that the company is in close to signing a deal or a drug development deal with Bristol Myers. Can you confirm the same?
I do not comment on speculation. There is a lot of speculative comments which make news, but I don't want to comment on such speculation.
Okay, Kiran, appreciate you taking the time out and joining us on the show today. That is Biocon in focus. Let's bring up the stock price, holding out marginally in the green.